Cool album covers.
That's right.
High concept.
I'm Mark Major.
I'm Rich Batchelor.
Let's jump into this, shall we? Look at this.
I can hear the heart beating as one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
R, the heartbeat.
A statement of purpose. You're right. That does say R, the heartbeat.
Yes, it does.
Weird, dude.
Not weird, because wait till we get to the rest of this cover.
Hey, wait. What's on the inside?
Oh, Lord.
We go to the mat for artists you adore. Here are a bunch of fake albums by fake bands, including a piece of stand-up comedy by probably some Southern congressman from the 60s called My Bad.
So was the sleeve made by Matador, or was it made by the Tengos?
Actually, I would go with Matador, but I gotta admit, one of those fake albums might be an actual album by the original bass player of Viola, Tengo.
Okay. Well, that would make sense. I mean, like an Easter egg, then.
Red the Man Crawford Still Loves You. Sexual Healing.
Uh-huh.
Unsanitary Napkins.
All right, so that was some high concept. Let's move on to some more high concept.
Yeah, boy. Carolina did this with all of their album covers, and no, I don't mean they wrapped all of them in an adult diaper and included a clod of dirt. I mean that...
How do you know that was dirt?
Well, that is...
You felt good about calling it dirt.
Let's go with lintish dirt. Yes, all of their albums have some incredibly out there design choice for their packaging, so much so that they are almost individualized. In the case of one of them, they all came with a stack of stuff inside, where I can say for a fact that the stack of stuff was a different stack of stuff in every box.
So they invented kind of blind box toys then.
Sort of. And yet again, this is another one of those bands where you honestly can't tell where the showmanship ends and the craziness begins, because I'm pretty sure they financed at least one of their tours off of state of California crazy money.
Oh.
Like the kind of money you get where you're too crazy to work, but not crazy enough that they feel like they ought to lock you up.
Brian Kenny Fresno got a grant similar to that. He spent the money and he didn't provide them anything. So congrats to these California bands and their crazy money.
Indeed. And my former musical partner who is from California too. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay.
It's in the water, which there's not much of.
Apparently.
Joan of Arc.
Live in Chicago.
This is the front, right?
That's the front.
Okay, and then this is the back.
Yep, she's eating something bloody.
It's kind of gross.
Kind of awesome and gross, yes. And then
he's eating something there too on the front
with a plastic spoon, and I don't know. Let's just say it. Sexy is there.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, so then when we open up the sleeve, we get these shots of. You're telling me this looks like parts from some sort of like Threepenny Opera.
Kind of.
Like a fake one that they made up to look like this?
I think the two guys eating bread are the brothers Kinsella from the band there. I don't know who the two ladies confronting the drummer with the red, white, and blue bandana go, but at least one of the ladies is mortally wounded shortly thereafter.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And
look, there's more.
Yeah, then they're trying to... something, and then another lady is with the bangs over her eyes is mortally wounded and is being held by the man in the stolid overalls, and then...
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot of, like, blood and being wounded.
Yeah, like...
Oh, like this.
Ultimately,
look,
everybody's dead, except for these two.
Yeah, they look like they survived some sort of burning wreckage of some sort. Yeah, and good for them. They deserve it.
There's a quote at the bottom from Polanski, of course.
Yeah, sure, because he knows.
All about it.
So is the record any good?
Oh, I love it. I think it's great.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like this at all. I mean,
here's one more of their weird play. Do you think they staged this just for the cover? Or do you think this is actually something that they had put on at one point?
I have looked at it enough times that I gotta admit I think they just put it together for the album cover, and if it was a play, I'd love to know what it was a play about.
It was a play about being staged. Okay, let's move on to something also kind of high concept, but in a different kind of high concept.
Supermodified by Amon Tobin. Amon Tobin actually credits someone for the design of it's like a bug that is also machine that is pictured here, and there's many pictures of it all over the album cover, although this is the only one we have. Yeah, like the design of the record, of the album cover itself, takes up about as much space in the guy's head as making the actual music did, as far as I can tell.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say that is kind of a jab. Let's move on.
Either a band called Red Snapper doing an album called Our Aim Is to Satisfy, or perhaps a musical outfit known as Our Aim Is to Satisfy Red Snapper.
A worthy task.
They rented a van and did a wraparound on it that says Our Aim Is to Satisfy Red Snapper, and there's just a whole bunch of pictures of this delivery van going around.
Well, they're making the rounds, that's for sure.
As far as like taking a concept that is kind of simple and possibly kind of dumb, just doing the hell out of it, they really did it.
And that concludes High concept on cool album covers.
So high.